this episode
Hang on,
was
stop.
friggin' amazing.
Stop.
No, we're gonna stop. This is the best intro you've ever had in your life.
What have you done with the real Joe? The cushion's gone!
Oh my gosh, Journey to the Centre of the TARDIS. The best episode yet. It's just...
It was like, the amount of feels for this episode, like...
I think, what was it, like, about 10 minutes after the episode, I texted you going, 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10. It's just...
It's cool. And we had to write everything down for this, because otherwise we'd just be like...
We're going to make sure we get this summary short and sweet. Okay, so it all started off, the TARDIS basically crashed in a android spaceship. In an android spaceship. It crashed in a wee spaceship.
Gosh. So some salvage...
The TARDIS crashes in an android spaceship, doesn't it? Something along those lines.
Yeah.
That's basically what happens. It's a bit more complicated than that, but we're not going to go into detail about it. And the Doctor escapes, but Clara gets stuck in the middle of the TARDIS. Doctor and the androids go in to find her, basically. The TARDIS has been damaged, so there is a time leak, meaning that they keep seeing like snippets of the past. So it's just like the last half an hour, just snippets of Clara and the Doctor just talking.
So many feels for the amount of things they end up seeing though, or particularly Clara. She's like running around away from the fire that she, for some reason, she's like, ooh, red flashy button, light thing, press, fire in her face.
She's wandering around and she finds, she keeps finding these, I don't really know what to call them, they're kind of like zombies, but
zombies.
They're like on fire in a way. They look like almost volcano-y. The Doctor finds Clara, and then they find out that the engine's damaged and it's basically going to explode if they don't fix it. They're trying to find the engine, and the Doctor tells Clara that the time leak in the TARDIS is causing them to see clips of the future as well as the past. And then he explains... Do you want to talk about the zombies now? This is your cue.
They're zombies of them when they... Basically, they go to the Eye of Harmony, and if they stay in there too long, they're going to burn up. What happens is, in an alternate timeline, that's right, alternate timeline, they die in there and they all get charred up and become zombies, which is what all these zombies that are chasing them actually are. They're them from the future. Yeah,
so they finally find the engine, and it's actually exploded by this point, but the TARDIS has like contained the explosion, it's a really cool scene.
It's a
like, it's like bits of like explosion just frozen.
But the last time the TARDIS exploded, it trapped River in the time loop, hadn't it?
Oh yeah, and that was when sort of the Doctor realised that he couldn't save it. So he was very clever, and he used his magical powers to go back. That's what we're gonna say now. His magical powers to go back in time, and I don't know how that button was the big friendly button.
It stopped. The device was the thing that pulled the TARDIS into the ship in the first place to get salvaged.
Oh, so by pressing
button, it cancelled the signal out, so it never went to the...
Ah, see, he knows his stuff. Right, so they basically threw this big button thing.
It did also create a bit of a paradox with Clara when she touched it, because that was the whole reason she had that on her hand in the first place. Summary done!
When Clara is wandering around being chased by these volcano-y zombie things, she goes into this very, very big room and she finds lots of stuff. And there are so many references.
Oh, it's beautiful.
There's the mobile.
Yeah, so the Doctor's cot was there. There was a magnifying...
The umbrella... There was something else, and it's killing me inside. What is going... Give us a moment, you won't edit this bit out. What was it? What was it?
Picture of cats!
What was it?
The toy TARDIS. And then she runs around because there's a zombie guy in there. Yeah, she runs past the swimming pool. That was disappointing.
And then she finds a big book about the history of the Time
War. Yeah, she finds the library. How cool was the library? It was just, you've got to be kidding me. The history of the Time War.
And, get ready, drum roll.
She was close to reading her name. His name.
She read his name. She found out his name.
Oh
in the book.
Yeah.
But you don't know what it is. They don't tell us, because that would ruin everything, and that would just be a disaster.
I really hope they don't.
She mentions the doctor's name to him. She says that she
Oh,
found it
yeah.
out. And he goes a little bit mental.
He asks her who she really is, and she doesn't know, so he kind of shouts at her quite a lot.
Yeah, he sort of shouts at her like
Proper.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff about Clara.
Which it will
this
come
one.
back. Something will creep up again.
Yeah, but of course,
bit
because they
late.
went back in time, she doesn't know his name anymore because of the
Yeah.
wee paradox.
TARDIS rating.
10, definitely. 10 out of 10. What's the next one?
The Crimson Horror.
Oh yeah.
That is weird.
Which
I'm not sure about that
That
one.
was like it looked. There was a woman with like weird
Yeah.
zombie type eyes. There's a lot of
So-
zombie stuff going on.
It's pretty grim this year, actually. As far as
I'm liking it.
10 out of 10.
Yes,
10 out of 10.
from me.
Oh. And we'll see you next week with Crimson Horror. With the proper Joe.
Bye. I am the.
She's not the proper Joe. She's a clone. Who are you?
Right.
Oh.
Okay. Please never make that orgasmic noise ever again.
But the episode was orgasmic. There's nothing to hide about that. It just.
It was brilliant.
Oh.
Don't ruin my summary. I spent 10 minutes writing this up, okay? Ignore everything he just said. He's a liar.